more different, but we are going to be heading into Lotus here for map 3. The decider here to see which one of these teams gets the right to represent Americas at Champions Paris.
And the pistol rounds have been utterly crucial. So kicking things off here, both pistols went the way of Cloud9 on Haven. They came away with the map victory. Both pistols went the way of NRG on Corrode. They stomped that map. And that was even after losing a force buy that Cloud9 brought out. So here and now, round 1 of Lotus, a lot weighing.
5 players grouped up just as that barrier drops down, but it is cautious. Slow going here from Cloud9. They don't overwhelm with the util. Slow and steady is how they're taking it. With the door opened up, that's a chance for Som. He gets a bit of information. He sees Mitch pushed up forwards. That should be a bit of a tell. The fade is there. Paranoia already forwards again. Som's going to have to really disengage from this fight. NRG are getting bodies into the line of defense, trying to see if they can put a stop to most of this one here. Brock again, delivering death, raining down the bullets, and sweeping from the side is Ethan. Still lying in wait. NRG know how to play this one patiently. They stalled out this Cloud9 squad. They know to expect that refight and re-swing. Shots going wide as anything. Brock, barely alive. And this little shred of life will be taken away from him. Cloud9 are carving out a path to victory, to success on a pistol round that is vital for them.
Scuba left in the clutch. Not an unfamiliar position for him. Pulled out a sick one on Corrode. Managed to win a 1v3 in the end. And Mitch is calling for the backup. Consolidate the position. See if you can draw Scuba out into the open. But Scuba's covering the cross back over towards B. He just wants to make sure that these Cloud9 players can't escape.
30 seconds left.
And now he might be the player in the unexpected position, but it's a good smoke.
Signed it already. One's going to be dodged. Only so many positions you can play in. Mitch as well, but that tap hold on. Was Vic even ready? Not quite. Isolated into the 1v1. Scuba misses his chance, but he might get a second go of things already. Hearing it. Squelching under the mud. It's Vic who's victorious. And I said it before, but it is critical that Cloud9 win a pistol round.
Getting that pistol on the attack side just gets you off onto the right foot. Potentially starts an alt snowball rolling. And I thought NRG were in control of this one. It was a 3v5 that Cloud9 have saved here with some good pistol shots rattling out. Locked in on sight. And they nearly fumbled it to Scuba at the end.
Yeah.
Vic was very much not ready to swing from tree towards the end there to defend Mitch. But he salvages things with a 3K.
With the money in the back pocket, Cloud9 set their sights towards trying to dissect a bit of this map. Vacuum up the orbs.
Yeah,
you can build towards the ults.
Your objective now is to try to build up towards a critical ult that you can use in, maybe round 4, something like that.
Going for it on C, maybe scared of the potential of a trap play that NRG could be holding.
Well, your big attack side ults as well, those players didn't really get the kills on the pistol. It was Vic. And you can't do that much with the Omen ultimate. They're walking back into the stack.
For someone's contact, there's a season and aid that's being held, primed, ready.
Both teams were doing this a little on Haven.
Oh boy. It all comes down to whether or not this trap is sprung without any sort of damage being done. Here it is, it's a snake bite moving forwards and now the util. Oh my goodness! Nade ricochet, but Oxy's ahead of most of it, but that is doing damage and more. Shredding the opposition, Oxy has to salvage.
Good movement, he's managed to escape.
2v2 though, NRG, there's still definite chances for them, and this is a quick pivot.
30 seconds left.
Guns, surely, opportunity to pick them up over towards A, but Mada is ahead of it, just going for the positional advantage instead.
HP for Oxy. Damage done still to Mada. Comes down to who's going to be faster. Finger on the trigger, it's Mada ready for it. Oxy walks forward straight and makes it easy for him. And it leaves it just down to Zeppa. It's a 1v2. The weaponry handed over. Som has a rifle of his own. All set in motion from the ideas that NRG had get going from the start. And that is a bit messy. Frantic really from Zeppa here, but he's left it into that 1v1, but the damage done. Som gets half and gets off of it. It's a win con earned, more time bought, and this is going to pull Zeppa out into the open. Unable to win out the fight. What an idea from NRG to immediately wrangle back control of this map.
They just sat patiently onto the A site. And Mitch walked his troops straight into the firing line. That trap play, though, was sick. I mean, there's No disputing that. Sees into the nade, into the snake bite. So much damage done. Oxy almost recovered it. The movement to disengage with the blast pack was remarkable, but these final shots from Zephyr are showing the nerves, I think.
Yeah.
It is a big game out there. His
Some of these
crosshair placement
players,
off.
I mean, it's been multiple years since they've been able to attend a global event to compete against the best of the rest.
Normally, you expect Cloud9's economy to be broken off the back of that, but because they've got the plant, they've actually gone for the force buy again. A Sheriff for net, Stinger for Oxy, but 3 rifles still in the round.
One away from the ult. Showstopper close to being earned.
Double Odin, by the way.
Poison's off.
Disgusting.
Yeah, just trying to shred them. Lines of lead as well. It's going to be cutting out a lot of these angles.
And they might think that they've evaded the Odin because Brock is making so much noise over here towards C. They're going to be gutted when they run into Som.
Just holding it down now. Jump spot.
Here.
Steady as anything, looking for the info. Spotted some part of it though, and he's just going to layer it down with a bit of extra bullets. He's making it incredibly difficult. Cloud9, to even get an inch on this map, they are being just bled out steadily, slowly. The damage done is going to start adding up eventually.
It's only 35 seconds, so not enough time for them to pivot back over towards
Up on
Zephyr.
either side. Utah's being used, and again the bullet straight through. The horn lands. Oh my goodness! It's Ethan who's the one collecting. Cloud9 just don't stand a chance.
Oh, it's just constant chip damage being done by the Odins. And then Ethan following up off the back of his own haunt. C9 are getting shredded before they ever touch foot onto a site. And they took a gamble here. They took a risk in terms of forcing up. They decided to buy into this one with 3 rifles. Managed to keep 2 to their credit, actually, here. So they'll have a bit of a weird situation again. Do you choose to try to buy around these weapons? Oxy with a showstopper could give you options to get in onto the site, but your buy is going to be very odd. A mixed bin.
Straight up here, Ethan.
That just got
just
so
not
much
being
value.
dealt with. Yeah, it did.
Just way too much value.
Pretty sure I hit them all for like 100.
I didn't hit them for much.
That's what I mean, just being shredded. Anytime Cloud9 look in a direction to try and take control of it, and the buy situation not opted into.
No. They've gone for a half buy here, but that probably means that they won't invest a showstopper unless they already get an opening pick. And we saw how bad the first kill situation was on Corrode.
Difficult to try and get through here. Oxy sends it forwards there with a double satchel. He's got that Bucky in hand. He can hold them back here. Makes himself known, fires off the shot. There is danger. Hano are already forwards.
NRG fought for rubble control, so they got the orb onto Mada. Mada now has showstopper for retake.
Hyper far back here. NRG looking to just contain as well. When a refight happens for them, showstopper earned to Mada. Lets it loose anyway, but Cloud9 is still finding their way back in. It's a 2v3. Spike is dropped down into the middle of nowhere though, but guns reclaimed.
The A orb is missing. Vic, if he took the C orb, could actually Omen ult and pick up this spike, but that would require going so far away from their current position. I just don't think it's reasonable.
50 seconds. It's steadily being contained here. Ethan, it's an important fight that he needs to win out. Vic just beams him down anyway.
Well, now he has the
He
ult.
has the ult to pick up it. Now he realizes it though, but here's Mada all the way from behind. He hears it with the footsteps. There's no coverage
He could
inside.
punish this.
Picks it up.
Not
It's not
quite.
quick enough. He's out of dodge, out of action. Vic is immediately getting a bit of a scurry and a scramble over, and Oxy needs to defend. Has that ult as well. Plays could be made here for Cloud9. It all just comes down to who spots who first. Mada encroaching, tiptoeing steadily over, but again, Oxy just needs a pixel to work with, and he finds it. He gets his wish. Showstoppers forwards again in the position of Brock. Tenuous, sidestepping, trying to dodge most of it around, but a rocket will seal his fate.
C9 winning on a half buy, something that they critically needed on Corrode, but could just never find an opportunity to do so. And here they work the magic. Vic and Oxy together. That kill that Vic got was completely critical. This one, it changes the round entirely. That single death from Ethan, that single duel, allows him the opportunity to go and grab the spike again. It's not the worst situation in the world for NRG, but it's a round on the board from Cloud9 that they desperately need.
We've seen how important each and every attack side round is for both of these teams. They need whatever they can get. They need whatever at all. There's kills happening across the board. That was an even fight happening over towards that A-Revel area. Doors open up wide here without that Prowler, setting it forwards here. There's a wall to block off the rest of his team, but there's a double dive in. Vic is going to be joining up Oxy. They have a presence here onto the C site. Retake is called for here by NRG. Pass that smoke timing. Oxy's twisting, turning, wondering which way to look around. He does trade out at least one of the kills, but it goes both ways, man. You bring the Odin into the fight. It was NRG who started it first. Ethan steps forwards, that Nightfall committed. It's a round that Cloud9 need to close out, and they want to. Offloading! Ethan! Where the hell has he pulled that one from? Cold as anything.
Every crazy moment in the last couple of maps has gone the way of NRG. They're winning every clutch. They're ripping rounds away from Cloud9. It's magic from the most unlikely of situations. Another Red Bull clutch. What is this one?
Locked down to just 1 sense.
Dude.
Your sight and your aim is all you got to work with, and Ethan is pulling that one out.
I barely saw Zeppa's head there, and he flicks onto Oxy.
And it is rare to see Ethan fired up like that. Normally, he's calm and composed.
He is.
A steady rock for the team.
Bro, he's shouting that the other side. He lost his own chair. He can't even do it himself. That's crazy.
It's a massive one. And the action, we're not done yet. It's an opt-in fight as well. Cloud9 are trying to take this one eager as anything. Nade's going to rebound. And Vic is forward, but again, they're being shredded. It's a hail of lead. Falling down on either side, calling for a bit of a pause, stalemate. Battle lines redrawn.
And they've gone for the double Odin again here, Brent. Like, this wasn't just a one-off strategy. NRG are running it across pretty much every round that we're seeing here. They know how much pressure it's putting onto Cloud9.
Counter spam goes both ways, though. It's Oxy with a Guardian.
By the way, when Mitch picked it up, those were his first kills with the Odin all stage. When he stole the Odin just then away from NRG.
He's missed the timing onto it, but the wall's been baited, and that was the goal for Cloud9. Still, they don't have the guns to make good go of things here over towards A, but maybe with some sharp shooting.
These two players, though, entrenched into the B position.
There's no bullets left in the Odin. Someone's got like 50 left if he reloads at best. The Nightfall is going to be used as to try and supplement and beam down and decay damage. It's easy for Ethan to just carve into them.
30 seconds left.
Forwards again, this is really putting down that pressure, applying it hard to Cloud9, causing cracks in their play. Ethan knows that he's got teammates watching his back. Every angle forwards for it. They give up A for the retake here. NRG confident in that being a part of their game plan. Players are weak enough here. There was a chance for net.
Not ready yet.
As long as there's discipline though from NRG, they should be able to take this one slowly, cautiously. Picking apart most of the site, most of the map. Switch is going to be flipped as well, applying that pressure from behind now. Almost all of these angles, it comes down to kills. Cloud9 need it. A lot of time being burnt off the clock here. Cloud9, they need something for it. Anything to turn the tide of the battle because that net is closing in. Already forwards, Vic! It's monstrous! And in a moment like this, when they needed it most, Cloud9 may have just earned themselves a chance. The time is ticking, and it's gone away from him. Cloud9, it's miracle after miracle on either side being pulled out just to bring it 3-3.
A major round from Vic, who's been a crucial element to Cloud9's success this year. But also NRG playing that really, really patiently. Too patiently, I think. Allowing C9 to tick down the clock. Even though they had a player disadvantage, they were just sat in that post plan forever. NRG need a little bit more pressure. And NRG's economy, after investing in the Odins round after round, is on a knife's edge.
Fully all in here. It's a nade that rebounds off towards the back as well. The bullets go both ways again. Oxy is going to be down. Rifle versus Sheriff. NRG are quick. Just trying to rattle off the shots through the wall, praying that it just connects onto the dome of one of these Cloud9 players, but not looking to slow down whatsoever here. Patience could be played. I've been calling for a lot of these pauses, looking for the next reaction.
Remember, NRG stacked the A side before and it worked perfectly. Scuba's got the contain.
He's so fast behind them here.
It has to end A or B here.
Doesn't even want to reveal his position. He's thinking about it, but he does bait out the wall nevertheless. That's going to be applying again. Unknowns circling around these Cloud9 players. They are surrounded.
Yeah, and now he's anticipating that Mitch is going to call for them to go back into B. Zeppa has the ult, but it's useless on a round like this.
Yeah, we've got the Sheriffs. They can really get you going forwards now, making moves into the site, stepping forwards, just trusting in the rifles. Raw aim is what's required in a round like this. Cloud9, brute force carving out that path onto the site, getting that plant down on top of it.
Launching thorns.
It's a big advantage here for NRG. The goal, presumably just playing for the exits, do a bit of damage.
Already a much more successful attack half from Cloud9 actually than I think we've seen from them on both maps, really. I mean, their attack was struggling a little on Haven out there too. But this time, they've managed to win the crucial, important rounds to knock NRG down onto an eco and then convert, despite there being a bit of a stack over here. And Zeppa's ultimate is going to be good for the next two. Still tools to work with on both sides. But round 8, a critical clash of ultimates. First half so far, actually, that hasn't been one-sided. Much more back and forth between both of these teams. Just as you'd want it to be for a scrap to get to Paris.
And that right to really represent your region on the biggest stage of the year. A lot of pro players, they dream their entire lives are spent chasing that. Not even to get into the position that both of these teams are in, but that's what they're fighting for. The backside of this one, NRG are calling for a timeout, an adjustment to be made, because again, if it has been following the script.
In these crucial rounds, we just need to slow down and be confident, but just be calm about it.
And that is something that Cloud9 have been talking about quite a lot, actually, is being calmer in those high-pressure moments. And kind of extrapolate now, you can imagine that previously their comms would get very hectic or frantic
They just wanted
when
to
the
fight
pressure
all the
was
time.
on. Yeah. Now, I don't know whether Oxy there was talking about the round that they just played, which was the anti-eco, or the round coming up. Because to me, this round coming up, the one that Bonkers hit the timeout for, is the critical round. This one could define the half.
Absolutely.
Could spiral out of control here where Cloud9 are way up in the lead on a really good attack side. And that should lock up Lotus for them. If they can get like 6 rounds here.
If it follows the script, you know, where all of these maps have been defender-sided, it's where both of the strengths have been lying for most of these teams. In this series, a good start like this, I mean, Cloud9 up leading even on their own attack side, puts a bit of worry and doubt into the back of the minds of these NRG players. And you're right, Josh, it all relies on this. Round 8, big ults to be used and expended. The horn to the nade, clearing towards the back of rubble. Vic is way far forwards. No one able to follow up onto that one. Completely disjointed, and now we're going to be seeing it here with a steel guard and offloaded out through that main angle. Sees dodged and avoided that split, applying that pressure from multiple angles. Cloud9 sending it fast and loose.
Nice idea from Cloud9 there. Season an aid off rip, trying to catch somebody. Vic with the double TP, but him dying means no smokes.
Steel guard of their own, Som. Just slightly ahead, not anticipating that one. That is going to be net spam down. No more pit to try and hold them back. Still Garner can still get some value, and yes, slowly, surely, dissecting most of the side. It's up to Mitch and Zeppa to lay claim to the kills they can get. Scuba trying to assert himself, but shut down in the end. And that 1-round lead, accrued up by 1 more. It's 2 now, the difference between these 2 squads. And that might make all the difference.
Net fell in the middle of this one. Didn't exactly catch how it happened as well, but I thought that would be so tough for C9 to come back from. But Zeppa, there, reliable as ever in any game against NRG. Huge value.
Nice, Eric! Nice!
NRG, though, are not broken. Their economy is not in shambles just yet. They've got 1 more shot here before Cloud9 run away with the snowball.
This is a hard fight to be taking as well. Tanay towards the back, Oxy has a sidestep potentially into the danger zone, but he navigates it well. Vic chunked down. Its Odin spam is relentless, constantly applying the pressure, making it difficult for Cloud9.
Scuba holding an aggressive position over towards Mound where he'll be able to back up and rip his ult. But if he gets caught here, it's devastating for NRG.
Alright, spotted out. There's presence over towards that A main area. That's known by NRG. They don't have players in position, though, to call for a fight to try and push Net out of.
Ooh,
Scuba's found himself.
Scuba going for a bit more of a passive pit. Net caught. by the horn. The rest of NRG are going to look to try to kill him.
And here it is. Okay, now the paranoia is going to be pushing him out wide, and Net is just, again, twisting, turning, not knowing where the pressure is going to be coming from, but again, towards the top. Satchels are brilliant. Bait and switch, points out the position of Net perfectly, allows him to clean up that area of the map. NRG can feel a little bit more confident, and now moving forwards. Brock left to contain. Out forwards that link, the Nightfall already earned up again, and that's going to be, again, pointing out these players. Vic forwards is his approach. Has to apply that pressure and keep them locked in, but again, they're not worried about him. Moving past Cloud9. It's going to take a bit of mechanical ability to see if you can find a way out of this one. Haunt broken, skipping forwards ahead, but Matter again instantly there with a trade, and now these players in more passive positions. Cloud9 running out of chances. The sight taken away from them. It's raw spam from Mitch. Seeing if he can get lucky with a few of these kills. Vic, barely alive as anything. But coverage is in sight. NRG, they find their footing once more.
Good protocols from NRG there. There was a lurker over towards A, got caught by a Haunt. That was Net. He got dealt with. I love those blast packs from Mata, like you were calling out. Sick play from him. But then you've got Vic as a potential pressure player on the other side of the map, and they just activate a fast retake off the back of it. Pushing forwards into the smoke, looking really refined there from NRG. And they survive. Their economy hangs on by a thread. But in this round, double Guardian, almost all of them on light armor. C9 with another opportunity to punish.
Tipsy-turvy. Snakebite all forwards again. This is all in by NRG.
Well, all in on the other side of the map as well, though, because if they play for an ult orb on Mound, they have Showstopper up. So both teams activating Showstopper at the exact same time.
Now with the nade rebounding, Thorns have to be deaded nice and early here. Still that wall to contend with, but you can double dive in. NRG don't even reinforced it. Augmenting the sight up. Snakebite is brilliant. Snake, okay, Showstopper. Not quite finding that mark, and now Mana's turn to return that fire.
That looked good.
Just weaves between the legs. No casualties in sight. It's Zeppa the one doing the damage, but he is going to be dropped anyway. Pixel to work with. Som makes good usage of it.
The calm before the storm here. Things settle down, but they're about to get messy again.
3v3, it's taps, Cloud9. Trying to pull the plays out of NRG, make them overstep.
Vic is very, very weak here.
Som to bullet to the dome. Spotting that presence as well. He's calling for the rotation. He's already ulted all the way over towards A. It's an open site for him. Weak as anything. Not sure if they just saw the presence of three players and made that call for him.
Now you're worried about a lurker. Yeah. Som, Ethan forced to go a little slowly here on the rotate, just in case somebody was inserted over towards B. These double plays over towards Rubble are such a threat. C9 with a nice position.
Oxy, Eddie stuck. Sharp! Shooting! Player-led Oxy more than ready for that one, and that immediately spells defeat for NRG in this round. Brock realizing, gotta give that one up here. Cloud9 fighting back and still just really just trying to claw on to their lead.
This is a fantastic beginning to their attack half for C9. Think about how they were attacking on Haven and Corrode, and the success that they had, so minimal. They were barely able to get it across the line on Haven. It felt like a comeback was real there for NRG on map 1. And then on Corrode, I mean, let's not even bother talking about it, but C9 here, they're getting rounds on the board, they're winning critical moments. How did this possibly thread its way through?
Sidestepped.
Mata playing skip rope over the top.
See where it landed.
Oh, Oxy, sorry,
back
skip rope over the top. Yeah. Not ridiculous. And Vic, very good presence of mind in the middle of this to pivot out. Bonkar, disappointment. He can feel this game slipping away from them, and with it, a spot at champs. Som going for a glass cannon Odin.
Yeah, heavy priority. Part of the game plan and the protocols to try and hold down control of A.
It definitely feels like they're trying to force Mitch into going for these C hits, but the punish hasn't been there when they do.
Deep on the flank though, Matter is quick. Wall's going to be spotting him out. Not even looking at trigger it, he's going to be lying in wait here. Maybe anticipating that they are going to be going back over towards A, but now the ult really spells this one out of the Nightfall. Okay, collapsed upon. Ethan, he's forwards again. Footsteps are going to be heard though by Vic. He hears absolutely everything, and that return of the fire is there. Matter is wrapping now onto the flank. The Odin spam is supplementary. It's Som trying to help him out. Obfuscating, hiding it with those sound cues. The Seal Garden gives a bit of peace of mind.
3v3 again, but this time Spike planted for C9.
Backs against the wall though. Looking to see if they can find a way past Matter.
That could have been everything.
It's a one in an instant trade. Net is fast on the trigger. 2v2. These Cloud9 players left wondering where could the threat be coming from. NRG sidestepping, making a bit of noise, flash into the corner. It all comes out of this. Into the post, sharp shooting, and shots need to be fired. Locking onto the angles net. Here's it! Playing his life perfectly, Scuba! It's a dance that's played between them, and it keeps NRG in it.
These rounds are so back and forth. Both teams taking chunks out of each other. Individuals stepping up. And moments, opportunities created, sometimes missed. Mada could have had the entire round here. Thankfully for him, the rest of his team's got his back. And Vic, the danger player for C9, who's up 13-5, got shut down earlier in the round. Imi's stressed. But it's been a decent half so far. Not too much to cry about. Another situation where NRG are stacking bodies over towards A.
One more round left to play in this half at least. NRG.
They want Brock to be able to get his ult online, so they're fighting heavy from out.
Mada! Just peeking off that pressure that they're applying over towards A, anticipating the rotations would be there.
What a risk as well, though.
Yeah, and he was very much alone doing it.
Star player vibes there, coming out from Mada, and C9, they're going to need a hero in the final round. Brock's got a fantastic retake ultimate because of the way that NRG played their macro in this round.
Let's see how they get it done. Som is on an island. He's got a wall and thorns to help him out. We'll give him an indicator.
They're so ready.
Into blue room.
They are so ready for this pivot into B.
Yeah.
Ethan starts to pull off now, but Brock is there. Brock is ready.
Still guarding. It's going to push them straight back in towards A. Som, the danger player. Up towards the top though. That is lightning fast, rapid. Just snaps towards it. Knew exactly what Oxy was trying to do. Stored out from the wall, stored out from the thorns. Paranoia sweeps forwards anyway. Cloud9 looking to assert themselves, trying to get themselves
30
into a
seconds
postman,
left.
into the site, but a crossfire setup already set up. NRG know exactly what's going on, but again, the spike's moving in a different spot.
Trying to keep this pressure up over towards A. Vic might need to make a little bit of noise, but he's playing for the backstab instead.
No B main control to
Let's
tap
happen
as
it.
well. There's 15 seconds left remaining, just trying to pull these Cloud9 players out wide into the open. There are no more pivot options. Time has
10
run
seconds
out.
left.
You're posturing, you're moving, you're going all over the place here, but Scuba left to contain them, left to put them in their place.
No time even.
Buying time for the rest of them, no time for the plant. That's a done deal. 6-6 finish here for the first half of either side of map that sends one of these teams to champs.
NRG win 3 out of the final 4 rounds to recover the half for themselves, but I think if you take a step back, this is a bit of a win for Cloud9. Yes, Mada does well, and Imi's frustrated towards the end, but 6 rounds on the attack side, especially considering that NRG won the eco in round 2.
Good half, boys. Hey, good shit, guys.
Both teams might be happy about that.
Even as anything, but as we've been mentioning, only one of these teams can book their ticket to Champs Paris. Flipping the sides around here for Lotus, it could still be anyone's game. 6-6. We've been highlighting how important all the pistol rounds are being throughout this one, especially the attack side rounds, the attack side calling specifically from both of these teams, where most of their strengths lie on the defense side of things. So Cloud9 can be set up potentially for success, but it's all about what Ethan can call and what he can cook up.
Yeah, if Bonka has some great plans for how to win pistol bonus, then the coach can actually make a huge difference here before it even gets to the IGL making those mid-round decisions. A lot of it is going to ride on this round 13 that we're going into, but I think both teams will feel like they're in a successful position from which they can springboard into Paris. C9 set up with 3 players, a bit of a trap over towards B. If you head in that direction, but at the moment, NRG putting pressure A instead. It could be Brock wandering into this trap at B.
Rejoining the rest of his team. A lot of space given up for free here by NRG. Contacting all the way. Stall util. No real trigger for it. Zephyr. Oh, well, one thorn's broken. Just needs to play his life. Giving up the site though. Cloud9 will be playing their retakes.
A lot of util to do it.
How much used anyway. The first C's to cut off the close corner. Nade as well, just in case there was a player there, Matter. Nade in his own hands. Bot flying forwards. This is going to be used pound for pound. Is that going to be keeping them out of the site for this retake?
The one way is so nice from Som.
Yeah, constantly renewed, rejuvenated. This is it. They're just
no one's coming from a different angle on the
locking
retake.
them all out of the choke. The paranoia finally, it's brute force that gets them over the line. And with that right click, dropping down anyway. Dominating the smoke position. Som with a reposition, but plays in his face. He had to be the playmaker. Still Cloud9. Lane claiming it's going even. Sticking onto half. Bullets fired off, but it's all missing.
stick.
It's all missing. And it's all saved in time. Full stick, no pushback. And another pistol round for Cloud9.
NRG are scrambling for pistols, picking up guns that have no bullets left in them, and C9 get away with it. There have been so many ridiculous moments in this game, but this one might make all the difference. 1,000 kills in this round happening inside smokes with people just jumping around and right-clicking each other.
Finding timings.
But Oxy with a really calm stick in that moment.
I got on that shit, didn't even move.
That's the key to victory.
He's good. Just Bucky, purchase here for NRG. A lot of damage done.
Thorns activated.
So barely escaping.
Looks like NRG are going to be able to get a free plant here. Matter's the only one really that's dangerous with a Bucky in hand. And he's locking down Blue Room. No retakers coming from that direction.
Thorn steadily. Util going to be used here by NRG. Looking to slow down his approach. Every single second matters. The C's and a nade connecting, but not quite killing. Oxy's in, but blind as anything. Still with that bulldog. He's going to be meeting his match. Matter! Not with a Bucky in hand. Can't be doing this. It's sidestepping and swift shooting to try and at least take out these NRG players and squad. Barely a chance at all.
Thank you.
Rourke made a go of it. 2 players surviving here. Some heavy damage being done to the overall economy of C9.
But still keeping 2 Bulldogs coming out the other side of it, so not the worst case scenario either. I think more so than anything, it's the exact same as the first half. It's just dead even. No team really getting an enormous advantage. NRG still putting a bit of a squeeze on, but C9 looking the better for it.
God, these people are so good with pistols. Is unreal.
Yeah, Mata is an absolute demon with the pistols, so there's always going to be a threat on the other side of things. Well, now C9 get a chance to show their prowess. Mitch and Net coming into this one with Sheriffs. And Cloud9 tried to put pressure on the players taking Mound.
Toxins going up.
There's quite a few players on NRG that are starting to get close to some attack side ultimates. It's Oxy you're looking at on defense. Closest 2 away from the showstopper. Should have that online for the next.
Heavy setup of C9 out towards B. Clearing out main.
And they're being quite proactive. They got information over towards C early. Now they've got somebody posted up deep on B. So if they can get a stack in the right place, this winning a bonus round here would just be amazing for C9's chances.
Just Ned over towards the A site.
Cover going out.
Pushback, Thorns detted.
Shadows traveling.
Players in position. Snake Bite as well, going to be used when that util just clears out and carves out a bit of a path. There's nowhere safe to stand. Net is just obliterated.
Couldn't play the game.
No, blind as anything. Too many things to deal with. Oxy is weaving in and out. There's a potential chance here. Tap from Ethan looking for the next sign of life. From Cloud9, potentially a chance as well to punish. But again, the Thorns just stalling them out. preventing a chance of a flood in. Oxy is being watched for. Still, Even lands his shot. Ethan, he's going to be close quarters here, tucked to the corner. Nice and tight. Oxy's got his ult. Letting it loose now, but that showstopper finds it. Brock, last one left, just the Odin in play. And it's not enough, doesn't matter how many bullets you fire at them. A bonus conversion for Cloud9. This is starting to feel different.
Oxy even got a kill on his teammate at the end there. But that was a phenomenal round from young Oxy. He's got a bulldogging pit. It's being covered by Mada. Diffs him, comes around the back as well, hits a fadeaway shot on Som and gets the ult. Realizes instantly that this is the time for him to pop it. No point saving it, send it, take the risk, win the bonus. Perfect start to this half for C9. NRG were already under pressure to try to win some attacking rounds. Ethan already had the squeeze on him. And now it mounts. A boiling point potentially reached. NRG are going to slip behind. Similar to Haven.
Job just getting that much harder. No strong start that NRG were looking for here. Cloud9 in complete control.
We were talking about the fact that C9 did a great job in the first half. Getting 6 rounds on attack against NRG is difficult for anyone. But it set them up with a platform from which to potentially win here. NRG working the map, taking a bit of mount control, and now going back to look to re-clear towards Oxy. Oxy, with all the confidence in the world, may overstep.
Aggro was anything here. The target's waiting for him, and the bullets will punish.
1 for 1.
Past it, 1 for 1.
Potentially here donating a Phantom.
Gun looking to be defended by Mitch.
It's only Ethan here. I don't think he's going to be bold enough to play for it, even with the Viper wall up. But he could cause a distraction.
Definitely could. It has scattered the Cloud9 players, so they don't actually have players to reinforce this C site. Net is alone. Paranoid forwards. Now Satchel! Yamada is hot on his heels. Showstopper even offloaded! Where's that one gone? Clips into the corner.
He knew where Zeppa was.
No kill
Could
claimed.
have been a freebie.
Yamada still steps forwards. He was looking for that gun, but again having to retreat. Push back out of that fight. 3v3. Mitch went away for an ult of his own. Big group
that's
of that
huge.
paranoia is massive. It's going to be causing them to scatter, scurrying away from all of it. Positions having to be given up.
Shadows.
Still very much winnable though. NRG just need a bit of luck at a draw. Sharp shooting with the stingers. Cutting up close again, just trying to tear them to pieces. Trying to get cheeky with it. NRG found the right timings. And a decision is made for Mitch entirely. Give it up.
That is a lifeline for NRG. That is a round that has just come like mana from above. Mada being able to get in there, and Ethan pulling enough eyes and attention on A. It's quite a nicely called round as well. I think it's one of the few times that we've had opportunity to credit Ethan's calling actually in this match. But he puts a very early focus on taking mount control, something he hasn't done much of, and then returns back to C after putting a re-clear A. It's simple, but it works very effectively, and Mana and Som find opportunities to fight towards the end. Maybe he's not quite got his head in his hands towards the end of that one. But he knows that that could be an opportunity squandered.
Yeah,
The
slip up like that.
the lead cut down to 2.
The money situation tumbling ever so slightly.
Yeah.
2 players without rifles here for Cloud9. NRG, they found a way in through this one. Said it was going to be off the back of clever calling on the attack side. Ethan.
Similar macro again. Ethan leads his team over towards Mound. And now looking to go back and re-clear on A. Maybe hoping that Oxy will just get baited into fighting this a little too aggressively. Because he did go 1 for 1 in the previous round. And normally you'll see people fight from the back of route, not necessarily stacked up like this.
Wall still not being pulled down here.
The high
going to be deaded. It's a high-low.
It is tough to get through.
NRG are walking into it.
Prowler though.
Players here forwards again. Oxy is dealt with. Mitch now looking for that exit. Evac called for, needs some assistance from the rest of his team. Rubber control is theirs. NRG have earned it.
And another fake.
Flip the switch, just going in a different direction. Out towards B main. Hearing it, the footsteps moving up now. Som anticipating a swing from the high ground angle, and Net is just plucked out of the picture. Didn't know that Som was sitting there. Up through heaven again, a wide face by Mitch. Just trying to square up against the might of NRG. They've got this one locked down.
Net potentially could have won the round if he had a bit more patience.
Spike planted.
Zeppa snarled up by the thorns, looking for a chance to win the round. Has to be the hero if C9 want to win this. But with the wall at his feet, what can he really do?
Razor thin margin, looking for the right time to strike. Pushes past it, spam coming his way. Brock, what an adjustment. Just the one round now.
The Odin's singing again.
Yep.
And now Brock has an ult that he can work with too. These are back-to-back really nice rounds from Ethan, actually. Both of them start with mound pressure, so they go and take mound, then they go and re-clear over towards A. C9 with a, I think, overly aggressive rubble control. I don't think they need to be fighting it like this, because they're giving up a kill every time. And then pivoting back into B. And I think Net there goes forwards in order to get information, or maybe because Mitch says that it's clear, it just isn't. And so Imi hits the timeout. First one taken in this map. Otherwise, I think he's been pretty happy with what he's seen so far. But this is now 2 rounds in a row where C9 should have been in control.
Yeah.
And there's a very obvious pattern, which is that Ethan is calling for mount control, back to re-clear A, finish on A or B. Well, actually, finish anywhere you like, to be honest, because then they control the entire map. C9 need to disrupt that pattern. And I think Bonkar has a great opportunity here to just go in a completely different direction. Like, you can always go back to this idea of the C default and A re-clear later on if you like, but coming out of attack timeout like this, you've got to anticipate what Imi's calling and throw a wrench in the plans. And I think Brock's ultimate is a perfect tool for this. Feels like a good time for NRG to increase the tempo and go for something fast with a Steel Garden.
Big chances. Change the paradigm of how you've been playing. There was input there from Bonkar. We saw him popping off, even though it was that Cloud9 timeout. What was a momentous lead in terms of rounds is now just brought to 1. Hold over towards A rubble. We'll speak up over the Odin spam. Cloud9 not throwing everything against it, just steadily trying to take back control of it.
Yeah, Ethan with a Haunt and Prowler over towards Mound. I'm not sure whether this was supposed to be a fake for his team to go A, but in the end he meets no resistance and decides, I think we can probably just take this portion of the map.
Somebody ult earned up.
Steel Garden here. I don't see what C9 have to be able to deal with it.
Man could be cooked up though. That paranoia should be good for it. The Thorns doing a lot of damage, slowing down the approach now, but already rotations are inbound. Oxy, complete control towards B main. Anticipating some level of it, and Brock is sending it, flying forward. Steel Garden though going to be used. That's that response. Once more, slowed to a crawl. Cloud9 have to wait this one out. Plant is finally down.
Health starting to come back. NRG setting up. Oxy's the danger.
Puts the switch his way out into the open here. So much danger for him, and as well, just overwhelmed by that hold out towards it. The Odin spam is just the cherry on top. NRG looking fully in control. It's domination across the site, and now they're spinning, wondering where these last 2 players could lie. Brock just gets it done.
I'm not really seeing the adjustment coming out of the attack timeout for Cloud9 there. I'm sure Imi was providing some useful input, but in terms of how it played out in the round, they just allowed NRG to take the whole of Mount and then run a C-exec on them where they have a perfect ultimate for it. And even, I want to credit Brock for having the patience and the discipline with his ult.
Give me the Odin, bro. Let's go.
Yeah, the Odin abuser, 17 and 9, but also the patience with the Steel Garden. Didn't use it for the exec, used it to stop the Flood retake that was supposed to come off the back of Mitch's ult. NRG have drawn things level again, and they have the weapon advantage, but they are walking into a trap.
A lot of players waiting on the other side of things here. Cloud9 needs something to answer back. They've been losing control of this series. Paranoia, close quarters, they can see you anyway. Vic, you're not safe there. Steel Garden offloaded, but they're trying to win this fight out with barely anything at all. Long range angles, just with the stingers, it's barely anything. Cloud9, they overshoot, they miss their mark.
And what a huge ultimate to invest in a round like that.
I know. Maybe feeling the pressure, they can feel the momentum that slipped away from them because NRG are the ones in control of this series. Drawing it level. Found ways to win. There is a slight squeeze occurring. Mitch is behind.
The stack is going to be in the right place. C9 still with opportunities to win this round. And Mitch is playing this pretty nicely. You just got to stay alive, contain. As soon as you trigger that wall, though, NRG is going to know that you're on the flank.
It's all on Mitch. Triggers the wall. And now he's putting a bit of fear into their hearts, potentially. But NRG, they step towards it anyway. There's 35 seconds left. Mitch has stepped away. He could have been that playmaker.
Well, I think now he's just dragging time
30
out of them.
seconds left.
NRG have to finish somewhere, and Mitch is going to hear them running. They have to run at some point. There is only 20 seconds left.
No players ready to meet them. Nobody is reinforcing the C side. Cloud9 have been swindled this one, to be honest. TP into the back. It's going to be clearing most of the way. Som just full commits that one. Mitch, doors open. Time is of the essence, and a chance really for him. He just can't contest with that. Bigger weaponry, bigger guns. Brock is shutting them down.
Spike planted.
Slightest of angles. ADS with a stinger. It's rare to see that one, but it goes both ways again. Oxy is going to be limping into this next engagement.
It reminds me a little bit of Haven, in the sense that C9, they had a pretty big advantage on this map, and I think it's all about how you play the ultimates. On Haven, they squandered some pretty important rounds that let that slip.
You play into this, man. The damage is too much.
Yeah, there's no chance. Once you let NRG get set up on the C site and you don't have the weaponry, they're just going to walk into the maw. But using the Steel Garden in this round from Zephyr, it's obviously part of the game plan. They had a stack on the A site, and they're thinking, all right, well, if they come A, we can win the round with the Steel Garden, but they're a bit too early with it. And they let NRG scatter. They disappeared into the woodwork. You're never going to be able to dig them out.
This is NRG with the lead in this, the decider map between these two teams. They've dragged it back. You're so right in saying how similar it is to Haven. The pistol rounds, a bonus conversion. Cloud9 have had all the advantages. Yet when it comes down to the raw rounds, the ult usage, the calling from Ethan,
Yeah,
what's made the difference?
It has, but what's unexpected about it is that it's NRG on attack instead of defense.
Exactly.
And that, I think, is impressive. Oxy one away from being able to get his ult online, so C9 are going to fight super heavy for rubble and let him get this ult up. NRG anticipating that, are taking mount control quickly.
No one here to receive that pressure, or at least hear it out. Forwards is the play called for here by NRG. Prowler's going to be catching.
Trying to figure out if there was a vice wall close on B. They found it, and now
Zephyr.
NRG are just in.
Yeah, trying to scurry all the way back here. They're given open access to the seaside once
They're
more. Leaving.
It's possible they're overcooking this, but Scuba may have an insane timing to go all the way back over to A. Doesn't Brock want to break that to make it feel like they're there? I don't know.
Clearing. I'm not too sure.
I mean, C9 might be about to retake the entire wrong site.
Again, there's no tap of the spike on this side of things. What a shot by Zephyr!
Yeah, but they've missed the timing to try to defend. NRG are going to be able to get the plant down.
Still retake ultimate. Oxy has that one in his back pocket, the showstopper.
They haven't missed the timing, actually. Oxy's going to beat them to the punch.
It's 45 seconds left. But situations like this are getting messy.
They're so slow, NRG.
Creeping forwards, it's like a molasses pace. We'll see Madder just seeing if he can creep ever so closer to potentially catching a time against one of these players.
They found the gap again, though. Credit to Ethan, but now they've got to shut down the showstopper. Somebody's got to step up and either eat this one from Oxy or try to catch him off guard.
Madder's forwards. Again, might be able to shut this one down against it towards the waters. Satchel barely surviving. Jumping off the box there, still alive and kicking, and now to spam into the smokes. It's just decimating them. It's tearing Cloud9 to pieces, but still they remain. Still, they look to survive. Seeing if Oxy's twisting and turning, looking to see if he can put the damage and the hurt where it. And then NRG here is left up to Som. Have on to defuse, but that return to the fire is just too much. 10 to 10.
Oxy survives with 14 HP. Both C9 players layered on top of each other could have just as easily been a spray down. And the nervous energy is bouncing in place. Ethan really tried to cook with that one. He was going from the C fake to A and then realized that he wasn't in the A site quickly enough, so pivoted to B. Som frustrated. C9 elated to get around on the board, but ult's about to come online for NRG. You look at the ult cycle here, and so many of these NRG players are just a few off.
Cover going out.
Could make all the difference. Depends how this opening goes. Vic,
What a shot.
high ground perch, and he barely saw the angle.
He's been on fire in this map.
Flashed forward, NRG. Not looking to slow this one down. They have pulled a bit of that util out, and Oxy stepping forwards anyway. This door opens up. Prowler in his face. Sidestepping. One player split up. Scuba is ahead of the pack. Paranoia again is a second go of things, and NRG looking to salvage, looking to see if they can find a way forwards. The IGL. It's Ethan again who gets it done.
But they haven't been able to take that timing onto the site. They're still worried about people flooding in. And as they hear that cue that the pit has dropped from net, they're going to be worried about a stack on the A side even more. They know the rotates have come through for the defenders. And so now, cautiously working their way forwards. It's a nice one-way.
One way. Safety granted. Plant is down. NRG.
This is an insane retake with double Judge.
Judge to try and get the hell in there when Brock has an Odin.
I don't see how you pull this off unless you can get an upgrade of the weapons.
I don't know where those weaponry lie. Here it is. C's used as that snake bite follows through. Orb up in your face.
Nice idea from Nat.
Yeah, calling for the reposition. Som is already around though, and he spots out these players here. It's a swing from Zephyr, anticipated in kind. Som is right on top of it. And any upgrades picked up, dismissed entirely. Ethan is calling his team to success, leading the charge for them, and even just salvaging pieces like that, rounds like that.
This round is going to haunt Cloud9. Oh, that is a 5v3 that Ethan manages to work out in his favor, and then slows the pace down and puts all the pressure back in the opponent court.
Coming down to the wire.
But Brent, that round has just broken Cloud9's economy too, and forced out the second tactical timeout from Imi, his last chance to talk to the squad.
And I don't know how Cloud9 are going to do it from this point.
No, it looks like curtains, doesn't it?
The ults are racking up right now for NRG. The money, they're flush with cash. They're not going to be running out of buys for any of these remaining rounds. Cloud9's are going to be the ones on the eco round coming into this one. They need a miracle.
They desperately do. If there was ever a moment for somebody on C9 to step up and earn their spot, grab that spot in Champs Paris, it would be now. Because the next round looks hopeless. A dark moment at the very brink, at the finish line. It's possible that they will fall, because NRG have a massive weapon advantage coming into this round. Barely anything for C9. And then look, they're going to have all of their ults available.
Yeah.
I mean, Ethan, Brock, probably Mada as well. They may well go in on match point, on champions point, with 5 ults.
Matches like this, rounds like this, moments like this can be what define your career as a pro player. How do you withstand it? NRG still in control, 1 round lead. About to be 2, about to be the win potentially 4. That's a trap play and a half, an attempt to punish.
It's a great
Damage
idea.
done, but it's just disjointed.
No, it's a fantastic idea though. C9 need to be taking control of the tempo and disrupting NRG. I respect it, but you need more.
With that trap triggered. Lying in wait, it's going to come down to the sharper shooting. Finer things for them. NRG are just walking steadily forwards. Oxy, the danger player, removed. Prowler spotting it out and opening the door. Vic has that Guardian, but again, sharp shooting is in order. Moving forwards with a frenzy in hand. It can't do enough. It's a pea shooter against the might of NRG.
Welcome to my world.
The pit expended at least a small silver lining here for Cloud9. Any other ultimates you can get out of NRG would be incredible at this point. The round does not look particularly winnable. Maybe with some spam. Som, weak.
Shot to the head. That's what you're banking on. Even an ult expended, Mada just wants to let this one loose. Silver linings is what Cloud9 are playing for at this point. Vic realizes it.
And honestly, I think that's maybe even better than they could have expected. They put the pressure onto NRG, put the squeeze on them, and the nerves. NRG just making sure they want to secure this round, guaranteed.
Yeah.
End up using the Viper ult
and
the
ult.
and the Raze ult.
He's going to be finding it.
Yeah.
Those were your
So,
last
okay.
words.
A little bit of a victory there towards the tail end of things for NRG, but we knew this round was going to be difficult for Cloud9. It always was. At least now they don't have to deal with Mada's ultimate. But the Steel Garden is just as good at opening up these sites. This is one of those rounds where C9 have to throw caution to the wind, I think. You need to fight forwards. You can't allow yourself to get exec'd on.
It's round 23.
It
is
takes
on this.
so much nerve to take a risk when everything is on the line, but I think C9 have to.
As NRG are in that driving seat, a ticket to Paris. Barely in their grasp, but so damn close. 1 round is all it's going to take. The ults are stacked. Ethan line and wait. Brock's there with a Steel Garden. Compound it all for an overwhelming win onto the site, but they're calling quits over towards C. Pressure.
They didn't break the thorns. They didn't pop the wall even. And C9 don't have a super aggressive hold out here over towards Root. Remember back a few rounds ago how aggressive Oxy was at holding this. Much more passive and controlled here for Vic.
Prowler, broken, spotted out. That's just off that timing. Instinctual by Vic. And it's a first kill that goes Cloud9 way for now.
Yeah, so instead of going 1-for-1 in that spot, they create themselves a 5v4 advantage.
Moving forwards, Mada, you a knife out, but it's still, that gun is just not ready in time. Vic, monstrous. Few more bullets, straight tags into the shins. Scuba spotted out wide, still earns that fight and wins it out versus Midge.
Two players still exploring, but Vice Util active on C. They didn't get it earlier.
Net ready to contain. He's missed the timing. His back's towards it all. And Brock sprays him down towards the back.
It's crumbling for Cloud9.
All the chances they were hoping for. Those first kills now don't mean much. Oxy's applying that hurt and that pressure. Forwards again, he's earned that kill. Still Gardeno is fast and loose again. Moving forwards, no more gun for Oxy. Ripped away. Big feeling that pressure.
Some delivers it anyway. NRG earning that spot to represent Americas at Champs. We missed them last year, but they have bounced back hard. Incredible performance, great match from both teams, but C9 in the final moments, letting it fall through their fingers. Ethan with a great individual and calling performance to take his team through a tough attack half right when they needed it most.
NRG looking mightily strong. The job's not finished here for that domestic trophy. Still yet to be lifted, but that is all of our teams locked up for Champs Paris. Smiles on the face of it, NRG. For a lot of these players, it's going to be their first time attending a big show.
And Mada with, was it 2 aces in this match as well earlier on?
Yeah.
Ridiculous performances. It'll be great to see a new crop of teams out here playing for it in the big time. I mean, Mada and Vic a year ago were playing in Tier 2, getting eliminated about 1 year ago, right before Ascension. Now here, we're competing for a spot at Champs and Mada takes it away.
This is an NRG squad as well. They took a gamble in Stage 2. Reinventing themselves as well, bringing in Ethan as that IGL. Bonker along their side as really, it's paid dividends now.
Yeah,
this is what it was all about.